It was inevitable. Science fiction has been telling us for years that we'd eventually lose out to the robots. But we're not going to be eradicated by Terminators. We're going to be murdered by the most elusive of all robots, artificial intelligence. They're going to take our jobs. All creatives will be replaced. We're doomed to a life of servitude to our robot overlords. But are we? Because the way I see it, we've got an incredible set of tools that are slowly making our jobs easier, especially when it comes to the time-sucking minutia that has a bad habit of halting that creative mojo. Like everything in life, scared creatives are going to complain, but smart creatives are going to adapt. Human artistry and judgment will always be irreplaceable. Here's how I'm working AI into my daily video workflow. I love a good shortcut, but if you're only using AI to write YouTube scripts from scratch, you're just being lazy. AI can make your video workflow faster, better, and even unlock some of your very own creativity. I use it as a full-on production assistant. The best part? I don't need to feed it or talk to it in a way that won't get me canceled. Not that I'm mistreating my human assistants. You know what? Let's just move on. I have a real love-hate relationship with research. I love knowledge and I love being prepared, but sometimes I find myself in a loop, spending too much time searching through information to find one or two new nuggets that I can apply to whatever my topic is. I use AI to quickly search and compile. Search through the internet and give me a list of talking points made by leading influencers referencing AI completely replacing the creative process. Oh, and cite your sources.
It's definitely a hot topic. Some folks see AI as a helpful tool that can handle repetitive tasks, leaving more room for creativity, while others worry about originality and job security. It seems like the conversation is going to keep evolving as the tech does.
Now I've got a repository of thought to review and consider when putting together ideas and scripts. By asking it to cite sources, I can quickly fact check because AI will absolutely get things wrong. It will straight up lie to you. It is sourcing from the internet after all. I now have usable content that would have taken hours to sift through and compile. Thanks, robot. Somebody say competitive breakdown? Let's pretend for a second that you're starting a new YouTube channel and you really want to take it serious. In the marketing world, when you're looking to build a plan, especially when launching a new product, it's important to take a look at the competitive landscape so that you can position yourself for success. YouTube is no different. I'm starting a new YouTube channel about video content creation and storytelling. What are some of the top channels that are similar in concept?
Those channels have a great mix of practical advice.
The power doesn't come from having the list. It's from the analysis that I can now do with the list. I like to further drill down with follow-up prompts. It doesn't just help give me more information, it forces me to think more on the topic, and often it'll unlock new thought paths that I hadn't even considered. What are some of the tactics these channels are using to stand out from the rest of the competition? What are some creative ways that I can integrate these strategies into my channel?
A lot of these channels have some pretty unique tactics to stand out.
And it doesn't have to stop there. Take in all of that info, process it, and then see where it takes you. Do you script your videos? Because AI is an amazing tool for scripting. Give me a 5-part outline for a video on creating the perfect YouTube script, structured to retain viewers past the 70% mark. We can do better than that though. You've probably scripted things before, so feed it into your AI and train it on how you prefer to structure a video. But we don't have to rely on the written word. Tell it to go through your YouTube videos and apply that to your scripting. Rewrite that script based on my tone, cadence, and style. You might be saying to yourself, hey, video is a visual medium. And you're right. Also, I don't know why you're speaking back to the video because I can't hear you. Use the comments to do that. AI can be an amazing tool for compiling shot lists and storyboards. Turn this script into a shot list with pacing notes, transitions, and suggested B-roll.
Absolutely. Here's a shot list with some...
That's an entire piece of pre-production that's been completely automated. And all it cost you was a simple prompt. It shows how you can build on all of the prompts that have come before to create better, smarter, and more complete works. You can also use AI to create images for storyboarding, but honestly, I find that takes way too much work for mediocre results. Instead, I get AI to expand and flesh out the individual shots to help me consider things like camera angles, color palettes, and visual mood. It doesn't replace my creativity, it enhances the thoughts behind them and lets me explore my options, allowing for a digital brainstorming partner. Worried about the flow of your video script? Tighten the script by 20%, keep the tone casual, and highlight emotional beats. Now you've got a script doctor punching it up with intention and purpose, but won't disturb your overall vibe. This also works great for dialogue if you're worried about characters sounding natural. Again, make sure to use judgment and aren't just regurgitating verbatim. Use your gut above all else. This is ultimately your work and reflective of you as a creative. Where does this script slow down too much or repeat itself?
It tends to slow down.
Tighten, tighten, tighten. AI is a great way to kill your darlings. We're all in love with our own writings, but cuts need to be made, and a cold, heartless robot is going to help you make those tough decisions. Ever sit in front of your laptop staring at a blinking cursor? No? Well, then you're a liar, and I don't think this is a great way to treat a friend like me. Give me 10 video ideas about cameras and then remix them with a surprising twist. Whoa, let's cut right there, just in case I decide to use one of those. Just like that, you've now entered into the digital video equivalent of speed dating. See one that you like? Let's get to dinner and develop that relationship. You may have even found your next video. Take it further. If not like that, you're keep it clean. We don't want to lose monetization. Write 5 hooks for this video that would make someone stop scrolling. Oh, don't stop there. Keep going. Why is this getting dirty? Write 5 clickable titles for this video. Make 2 intriguing, 2 controversial, and another targeted for Reddit, and explain why that'll work. You basically got your own copywriter that can tell you the reasoning behind each example. As always, you'll probably need to make some tweaks to customize it to your needs. But here's where things get even hotter. Act like a YouTube commenter. What would someone say after watching this? Simulate your audience and see your video the way a viewer might see it. It'll help you reframe your thought process and let you formulate different viewpoints. And you'll be surprised how often it calls out things you wouldn't have even noticed. And it doesn't just have to spit out complimentary nonsense, but I guess if that's what you want, you can make it deliver a boost to your ego. It won't be very helpful, but at least you'll feel better about yourself. Give me 3 different formats this video could take: an educational explainer, a sketch comedy, and a documentary vibe. Explore some different options and stretch yourself outside your comfort zone. It's another way that AI proves to be an amazing brainstorming partner. So get in there and start brainstorming. You've got a concept, a script, and now you've gone before the camera lens and recorded your AI-assisted masterpiece. Time to put it all together. But that's just editing. Robots don't know anything about editing. Shut up with that nonsense, because it's time to unlock your new assistant editor. Break this script into logical video scenes with estimated durations and suggested transitions.
Sure, let's break it down into scenes. Scene 1, hook, 0 to 0:30, duration
Look at that.
30 seconds.
You've
quick,
essentially
energetic
organized your
cut from
timeline
your
before
screen
ever
or
opening your editor of choice. This is particularly helpful if you need to go find or shoot additional B-roll, as it'll make suggestions for you. Let's say you've got a long interview. Export out a transcript and then have your robot assistant make some recommendations. Analyze this transcript and suggest where I can make clean cuts for better pacing or to remove filler. And you definitely want to find all of those ums, likes, and you knows. We all have our crutch words, but they don't have to drag your content down. Find filler words and awkward phrasing in this transcript and give me timestamps. If you're doing voiceovers, it can even work as a de facto voice coach before you even fire up that microphone. Rewrite this paragraph to sound more conversational and energetic, like I'm talking to a friend. Guess who's not going to come off as stiff and inhuman? You. Yeah, it's who. When it's time to post, have the robot make suggestions for titles, descriptions, and keywords. You can even make suggestions on how to structure your thumbnails for best engagement. Again, it all comes down to options. But wait, there's more. Use some of these hits, like turn blog post into video outline. Make 3 variations. Make 1 fast, 1 cinematic, and 1 animated style. Generate 5 hook ideas to grab attention in the first 5 seconds. Suggest 10 royalty-free B-roll ideas. Add a surprise twist near the end to boost memorability. Generate a prompt to create animated logo intro in 5 seconds. Really, to sum it up, AI is a tool. It's capable of accelerating your processes, but it's always going to need your creativity and intuition at the end of the day. Creatives that adopt and adapt are going to be rewarded with a boost to their abilities and workflows, but it can't replace storytelling instinct or the heart needed to make human emotional connections. Are there a ton of fully AI channels out there pumping out content? Of course. And a lot of them are finding success, but is it success you're looking for? Or are you attempting to put out work that matters? Ignore all the noise and focus on doing your best work. Treat AI as your assistant, not your author, and you'll unlock huge potential without sacrificing your voice or creative integrity. The real magic of all this, you're still the creative. AI just clears the mental clutter. Are you using AI as part of your workflow? Drop some of your best go-to prompts into the comments and let's have a discussion. I'm always on the lookout for new tips and strategy. I'm not sure how to end this. How should I end this video?
So yeah, treat AI like the assistant who never takes a lunch break and doesn't fight you on final cut decisions. You're still the creative. It just clears the clutter. And if AI ever does replace us, well, I hope it at least learns how to edit to a beat and not fade in from black like it's 2006. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got a robot to feed. Prompts, not pizza. Let's not get weird.